Welcome to this LearnQuest presentation of the basics of cloud computing. What is cloud? Our first topic is cloud economics and cloud computing as a utility. Cloud is the commercial availability of individual computing services delivered by a third party and almost always delivered remotely. The services include, but are not limited to, cloud-based desktops. So a desktop just like you have on your personal computer, your desktop, your laptop, and also on your mobile devices. Disk and storage. So therefore, a cloud provider can provide extra disk space, extra storage space for backups. A cloud provider can also have processing. So if for whatever reason a firm has a time where they need additional processing services, a cloud provider can provide that processor to process transactions or data. Networking. So if there is an opportunity or if a firm has a need for additional networking, it can essentially be leased from a cloud provider. And cloud providers provide database and other services and even software. Cloud supports an on-demand model. So in other words, customers use the services they need and they are only charged for the services they use. And this is a big advantage because often if you need to expand your IT infrastructure, if it's going to be done on site, it can only really be done by purchasing expensive hardware. It's got to be hardware beyond the current demand or capacity, so it can be grown into, which is expensive. There is complexity in installing and implementing hardware, and there's also a lot of time, and it's very expensive. So for customers, this represents a huge savings in computer infrastructure, hardware, and licensing time. And the model also allows customers to scale. So as a company grows or has more needs, they're able to use more cloud services without taking on the high overhead and fixed costs that accompanies installation of IT infrastructure. In other words, customers can manage hardware just like they do software. In software, we install more copies or purchase more licenses as needed. So therefore, with cloud hardware, a firm can use more hardware services as needed. Cloud services are delivered remotely and almost always from an offsite data center. And we can see in this picture here a typical construction of a data center. These data center, the hardware on here is running many virtual computing images. The services are delivered by way of the internet. And the term cloud comes from a symbol for the internet in an internet connection that has been used for years.